Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Vencabot. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time action. My name is David. I think that it's a great idea. Yeah, exactly, Katie. It's the first time we're doing this kind of event. There can be growing pains, but I think it's still a great idea. I'm glad that Mutant came up with it. The idea of a jazzy fight night or a third strike fight night is really, really cool. But I do think that, as we get more experience with it, it's going to become easier to coordinate great matches for you guys. What's up, Brian? Just in time, dude. We're going to go to Jabu Jabu. Good evening, Brian. Yeah, I totally agree, Katie. I'm sure it'll get better. Hey, I'm not saying that it was a failure at all tonight. I haven't seen it myself. It's not like, Mac's complaint is that the matches were not that close. Which, again, that makes sense to me for a game like Third Strike. I think that... I hope that, it was fun for a lot of viewers. If not for every viewer. Again, with consideration for the limitations that we have as organizers, and that players have, and again, the limitations of our game, the way that the game works. Watching a set is fun, but it's not going to always be, as good as you want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to go to Jabu Jabu this way. Yeah, I think that there are a lot of viewers that would like to watch a set between two players, and that's exactly what they got. I don't think you're going to do much better than that for a stream of sets. Not only because... Well, let me say, mostly because it's hard to coordinate with players. We've been talking about all night. I'm saying all night it's hard to coordinate with players. You're going to always be limited to who you get to watch fight on any given night. So, if you're going to come and watch, it's got to be because you want to watch some sets between some guys. And if that ain't good enough, then that's going to be maybe not the event for you. I recognize that I have a lot of personal gripes as well. This man's got gripes. Doodle-a-doo. If I had to guess, I would say that it was well enjoyed. Knowing the 3S community the way that I do, they're pretty laid back. Got any gripes? Okay. But it's cool to have a lot of platforms showcased, but in practice it gives us lots of downtime. I'm having trouble getting between different platforms. I haven't been watching it myself. It's just a matter of organization. Again, we're talking about 3S players here. You gotta be open-minded. I've been grateful to find that, by their nature, 3S players are pretty patient. This is that too, Katie. It really is that. Yeah, I love Rick. He's the strongest player in Michigan. But he wasn't ready for Showtime. I wouldn't have matched him against Showtime personally. And likewise, I don't think that Piteria showing up at Michigan Masters and getting some wins necessarily means that I kind of feel like he got a little bit of in the pre-show. He got a little bit of. I think there's probably some hyping up going on there that might not have been totally accurate to his level of play. Yeah, I hope Rick learned something from the set. I love Rick and he loves Third Strike. But again, it's tough. I had a set planned between, Kashyyyk and Muraltag. Look how that turned out. Right? Like, you could say, oh, maybe Rick was meant for Shotokan, but I mean, what's the alternative? Who else would have fought Shotokan? Both would have fought Rick. If you can get 2 guys to fight each other on stream, you're already lucky. Like, you can't ask for any more than that with Third Strike online. If you got 2 guys that are gonna fight each other on stream at a certain time in front of people, that's about as good as you're gonna get. How do I get in there? We could the block more. We could have won several of those games, huh? I would need to see it. I feel like blocking is not gonna get you a whole lot against a character like Yun. That's why I point out that pre-show, Brian, the gap between them would be defensively. Yeah. Leave me alone, you jerk. That's really pretty. Alright, so what's the map look like here? It's a pretty small place, right? Yeah, only 2 floors. Sure. Okay. That beat. Rick hangs up a lot in matches. Yeah, that's one of his bad habits. I love Rick, but again, he's just... He really goes in. He really goes in. He goes in so hard that it actually kills him. And he is so good. He is so good. His skill level is so high. In general. Execution so strong. Sense of, you know, spacing. Great. Use of his tools. Awesome. But man, his decision making when he really wants to... Okay, he's really trying to show off. I wish sometimes he would... I've seen him play slower sometimes, and he's capable of it. Again, because he's a strong player. He's a strong player. He plays Ken. You can play Ken that way, and Rick can play Ken that way. But he just is averse to it. Shotokan has been to Japan and played versus every character in the game, whereas Rick has been mostly Michigan, where his unit exposure is extremely limited, yeah. He doesn't play online that much, and he plays just here in Michigan, where he doesn't have any competition, honestly. He honestly doesn't. There is no one here that can push Rick to level up. That he can play with regularly. It's better to take 15% versus Zempo than 40% from full Ganasian. True. But not if you take the Zempo every single time. I really do feel like blocking against Yun is kind of underrated. Or, excuse me, overrated. That one clip I made of EX tattooing him, when I hit, that was like, why would you jump though you had the lead? Ganasian defense is more than just blocking. Huh? Boom, badu. Boom, badu. Yeah, Rick goes in really hard. That's all you can really say about it. He goes in really, really hard, but that's his style. Rick plays for fun, and his love of fun has gotten him pretty far in the game. So to tell him now, can I go in there? How do I get in there? I need to get a box. To tell him now that he needs to knuckle down and play more serious and more careful, it's kind of would, you know, it would be in contrast to what has got him this far in the game, which is kind of hard to, you know, convince somebody of. Taking a Zempo every time at the end of a Ganasian is fine if you're living long enough to extend the rounds. You have to make Yun earn Ganasian damage, and that means giving him defensive different looks. Blocking, parrying, looking to reverse super, etc. The way I see it, Yun's the kind of character that if you One thing I've learned as a defensive player is that Yun, even more than most characters, there are some characters in this roster that will blow you up for blocking. You just cannot block, you know, as a rule against them. Not that you shouldn't block, but that if your rule is to block, then you're gonna suffer for it. And more than most characters, Yun is that kind of character. You gotta fucking challenge him. You gotta make him, you gotta use your options against him. Because you just can't block him. He's unblockable. I think parrying against Ganesian is something you do when you need it to happen. It's really risky generally, huh? Yeah, Dudley, Makoto, Alex, Yun, Ken to an extent. Characters that you gotta explore your defensive options, including Abade, because the way they're engineered as characters means you can't just block them. Not just because, you know, Ganesian is a command grab, and you don't want to get command grab, but more because they have so much advantage frames that you could literally get stuck blocking forever. Until you get, you know, grabbed, Zempo'd. They're building meter while you're blocking in Yun's example, right? As for challenging out of Ganesian, you know, again, if we're talking about Ganesian in particular, not so much about Yun in general, I would definitely agree. You gotta be careful about how you challenge. But I also think that you can't just, again, say as a rule, block it, and then, you know, take Zempo if you have to. That's not gonna be what you need. It's not about always parrying. It's about parrying when you have a read on your opponent. Every parry is a risk in some regard, so the idea that you shouldn't parry because it's risky is misguided. Blocking against Ganesian isn't as bad as you're making it sound. I don't know, dude. Again, it's not about blocking in Ganesian being bad. It's about blocking against Yun being not that good. He builds bars so fast. If you're sitting there blocking his Ganesian every time and getting Zempo'd every time, that's just, he's gonna get that Ganesian so fast, you're gonna be blocking a lot of Ganesian and eating a lot of Zempos. I can actually take this elevator now, right? Sure I can. I'm just saying, it isn't an option one, and if you don't need to go for it, you probably shouldn't. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. They can fake tick you into Zempo early, and you're still eating fat damage and ending up in a poor position. There's that too. Early Zempo does very comparable damage to full Ganesian. Oh, you know, as long as you block the first hits of Ganesian, right? It seems to me like the biggest damage Yun gets off Ganesian is when he hits you combo into Ganesian. That's ridiculous. What's up, Rick? Yo, Rick, we're talking about you versus Shotokan right now. How's your daughter's birthday going? We're talking about how fucking busted Yun is, dude. The way I see it, if you look at the risk-reward of trying to Abade out of Ganesian, yo, congrats, Rick. Happy birthday to your daughter. Turned to 8. That's a good year to be. I remember being 8. That's when you first become, like, sentient. You guys ever notice that if you're trying to think back, like, before you were, like, 7, it's all, like, a blur? Then around, you know, like, 7, 8, that's when you start to really kind of develop, in my opinion. But Rick would know much better than me. Oh, shit. Okay, well, where am I? Oh, shit. There's a bit through there. Any stone around here? Doesn't look like it. I think challenging Yun in a shorter set, specifically like in a tournament, is more worth it than not challenging him because you're making their approach a risk as well. Whereas resigning yourself to always block makes it really easy for your opponent to get in. Oh shit. Blocking's better in the long run, but you should find ways to challenge him, says Ray. Or says Katie. Is that a fairy? Let's go. Can I catch this fairy? What's up, salty face? I think that the risk reward for blocking Ganasian, you could, without too much trouble, construe it. I really think that blocking Ganasian is a pretty big risk. I really do think that, you know, Zenpo taking 15% type of, let's say that, you know, a full Ganasian combo does, you know, almost 40%, right? And Zenpo does, you know, around 15. If you take Ganasian, you're getting double damage. You're taking double damage or more. But if you win the challenge, Yun's small health makes that risk reward, you know, much more attractive and much more even, I would say. Because, yeah, he gets a lot of damage if Ganasian succeeds, but you can get a lot of damage if it fails. Or if you guess right and challenge out. Hey, Slavey. I kinda like that. I think it's kind of unfair. It's kind of unfair to say that, you know, the risk reward is insane to challenge out a Ganasian. I think blocking is a pretty big risk against Yun. But man, do I wish I could have thrown Yun or was able to block correctly. Yeah, we mentioned that before the tournament, before the event started, that maybe Steam is not the ideal platform for fighting Yun. That's why 70% of online players struggle versus players who have cabs such offline experience, huh? Because blocking is so good, and online it's sort of de-incentivized. But yeah, I don't think that Brian's argument is that you should ever do anything always in third strike. And of course, Brian is a very analytical type dude. And his argument holds a lot of water. But I do think that, as a matter of opinion, speaking of a game that's been around for, you know, more than 20 years and people are still figuring stuff out about it, and still coming to their own conclusions about it, I do personally feel like the risk reward for blocking Ganasian is not as cut and dry as it seems. And it's not just a matter of how much damage you're going to take if you challenge incorrectly. And not that you shouldn't, you know, that you shouldn't love blocking, and that you shouldn't love blocking Ganasian. But just that, oh fuck, that was hilarious. But just that if someone tries to challenge it, I understand what they're thinking. Even if they try and challenge it a lot or maybe even too much. I can see it as being forgivable and understandable. If you never played defense, you're gonna have a ton of trouble when someone you come across who can put you on defense, yeah. Colin killed it with execution, he was on point. Good games to him, yeah. I didn't see it, but I heard it was a good set. I heard you fought valiantly, Rick, with courage and pride. Because you gotta take a lot of fucking ass kickings before your defense gets to that competitive level, huh? And like Rick points out, and again, I don't want to give too many guys too many option selects here, but let's fucking be real. And also, let me rephrase it. I was not going to say that defense is impossible online. I've seen players that have superhuman defense online. I don't know how the hell they do it. But let's be honest here. Blocking online, compared to a cabinet, is tough as fuck. Likewise, throw teching. Tough as fuck. There's just the input delay and the inconsistent frame timing just makes it a nightmare to block overheads. Fuck. Yeah, we're completing this game, Connor. J-Bomb, were you drunk the night you and I were playing together? Honestly, the difference between most Third Strike players is their defense. I'm just speaking from my experience with good yuns. Yeah, I used to lose almost every time until I got used to blocking out of Ganesian pressure consistently enough to not eat huge damage. The best players have the best defense. There's no coincidence, yeah. Kind of hyped to try out my Ken and Ryu demo decks of the Exceed card game when I get a chance. Finally arrived in the mail. Exceed? Grab it. When you and I played, J-Bomb, you sounded really out of it. And one thing we discussed was throw attacks. It also helps when I'm playing Chun and I can get a low forward and a super for half of his life. Yeah, there's that too. So says Amazon Prime giving out free SNK games, huh? King of Fighters, Art of Fighting, Fatal Fury, and Such. I don't think there's gonna be any of those stones around here. Max, they're not good ports. You know what's cool about them though? If they're the ones I think they are, they come with the ROMs. They come with the ROMs. So you can play them, you know, it's a way to buy the ROMs legally. I didn't sleep the night before, and that 12-hour shift really rocked my pants. That's the next time I practice with any of you guys, I'm gonna be at my best. Just happy to hear that you're alright, J-Bomb, and you sounded really out of it. I was kind of concerned about you, like I thought maybe you were depressed or, you know, again, like had drank too much or something. Take care of yourself, dude. You're always saying take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, man. Don't be staying up, you know, not sleeping and doing 12 hours and then playing sets with somebody. Should've just said, hey, Vencabot, I'm fucking tired. Yeah, they're one of those games, so SNK, .emu games, I think, and the Genesis collection on Steam are both situations where the publisher came out and said, after being interrogated by, you know, social media, that they would essentially, you know, condone and respect players taking the ROMs and playing them in another emulator. Which means that those are, to my knowledge, the only ways, the .emu ports of SNK games and the Sega Genesis collection on Steam are the only two ways in the year of our Lord 2020 when players can actually buy ROMs. Which I think is something that we really need to normalize as a gaming consumer base, as a culture, through gaming culture. But, you know, the publishers would never normalize it because they make so much money reselling the same game over and over and over again. They don't want you to have the ROM to use how you please. But in this case, it slipped through the cracks somehow. It was a dub for SNK, Mac. When I heard that, I was like, oh shit, that's good PR. That gave me a huge respect for SNK, and same for Sega. When they came out and said, yeah, it has the ROMs in it, yeah, you can play them whenever you want, whatever emulator you want, I was like, well, shit. But again, that's really good for consumers and not as good for publishers. They don't want to sell you the ROM. They want to sell you the same game again over and over on every platform. Fall off this thing. So I'm probably never going to see a time where we can actually go buy ROMs from the site. I'm not about piracy as much as some people are. If I was given the chance, I would very happily buy a ROM, even if it costs kind of a lot. Just because it is such a convenient way to play your games. And it gives you ownership of something that otherwise would be considered pretty much just like when we're in the digital service domain, right? Like, think about it, Katie. Think about these goddamn $20 FF7 ports on PS3, right? And Steam and whatever. That's an awful lot of money for FF7. Like, it's actually kind of fucking frustrating. But if it was a ROM, and they said, you own this ROM now, play it with whatever you want to play it with, forever? Okay, $20. Seems a lot more fair. This is now my game. I can play it on what I want to play it on, emulation-wise. Forever. I don't gotta pay for it again at some point. Same with fucking, Super Mario World. On the eShop, they're like, oh, yeah, pay like, $6 for this game. And it's like, okay. But I already paid for that game on the Wii U, and on the Wii, and on the 3DS. I already bought the game from you 1,000 times. Fuck you. But if they said, okay, here, pay us $10, $15 for the ROM, and play it how you want to play it, okay, now it's more interesting for me. I'm not saying I would pay it, but it's way more interesting. That was Jabu Jabu, guys. Go fishing. I've been an adult for that. And the security of knowing the source. Yeah, the emulator, right? That's another thing. Like Mac points out in the chat, these .emu ports are not especially well regarded. And likewise, the Sega Genesis collection on Steam, the emulator is, it's not that great. But if I could play your ROM in my emulator of choice, fuck yeah, it's a whole different experience. I love my Genesis emulator. That thing's great. It's open source, and I know what's inside of it. I don't gotta use your stupid, I've got controller settings, like Mac points out. Apparently this .emu game notoriously didn't have controller settings. Yeah, just give me the fucking ROM, man. I understand that for the casual consumer, it's important to, I need to go become an adult. It's important to, include an emulator in it, because they don't know how to use an emulator. That's fine. I understand that. But give me the ROM. I'll put it in my emulator. Mine works great, and I love it. I'm comfortable with it. Let me play your game in my emulator. Just sell me the ROMs. Just sell me the ROMs. But yeah, like I pointed out, they're not going to do that because it's just, they make too much money off of selling FF7 on your PS1 and your PS2 and your PS3 and your PS4 and your PS5. They don't want you to own these games. And that's why emulation is going to always be around, and piracy is going to be so strong, right? That's why historically piracy has been so strong, because it's the only way to get what makes a consumer really happy. We should live in a world where these corporations are trying their best to compete with one another by making the consumers more happy. But the fact of the matter is that because of all this monopolization, because of how few publishers there really are that succeed in the the video game space, they can kind of all get together and shake hands and say, all right, let's not give anybody this stuff because that shit's just too strong. We can't let them have that. That would make them too happy. How could we keep selling stuff to them if they weren't somewhat miserable? That's a nightmare. That's a capitalist nightmare. Shout out to, capitalism. I'm just sending the invite now. There's no rush, man. Just sending it now. Accept it when you're ready, dude. So Connor and Tip, I'm gonna get some fucking games. Maybe because I'm technologixum? What? Pussy OP and oligopoly, huh? It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. I'm not a fucking genius, Dix. I'm not the only guy on Twitter that's literally a genius when it comes to economy and politics. What I can say is it's humorous to me when you have these, these right-wingers that still truly believe in the merit of, modern capitalist system and the free market economy. Because again, it's not going to help. It's not going to help the consumer. It just doesn't. And likewise, you can't keep the market free without intervention. There's this ideal, the ideal of capitalism is that it manages itself because of its very nature. And by its nature, it manages itself because they're going to be competing with each other, right, to sell a product. But no, they don't do that. Instead, they form alliances. It becomes tribal. It becomes feudal. And it's their end goal, of course, collectively, to fuck the consumer. That's what they want. They don't want to please the consumer. It's not how you make money. The idea that greed is good because eventually it makes the consumer happy at the end, that's madness. That's not how it works. That's what I'm saying, kitty. Seize the means, brothers! That's my secret, Sister Bencha. I'm always miserable, huh? Is that supposed to be a secret? Talk to Venka, Dante. He'll hook you up. Talk to me about what? Oh, you never got an emulator work, huh? Yeah, I can help with that. I love emulators and shit. I not only love using them, and not only love talking about them, but I love emulators, again, culturally, and I love spreading that love. And if you guys want to use an emulator, dude, hit me up. Nothing makes me happier than to hear that my friends are emulating. That shit really gives me a giant friend boner. I wonder if it's harder to do with Goof Boots on. Every emulator has like a million YouTube guys just to find the shortest one instead of 2 times speed. Easy peasy. And likewise, nothing makes me sadder, Brian. The opposite of that, you know, the reverse friend boner. And hearing that a friend of mine bought some kind of retro console. Not like, I love like retro consoles, but I mean like one of those ones that's like an emulator, you know, like the Nintendo Classic and that sort of thing. I have a friend that's like, oh yeah, I bought this thingamajig, or I bought this cheap Chinese bootleg, you know, thing that has a bunch of NES games on it. It's like, oh. Whether it's, you know, bootleg or first party, it's always like, oh. What a piece of garbage. You guys watch Modern Vintage Gamer, right? That's not how some of you guys do. I think Faust watches it. It's an awesome channel about a guy that's really enthusiastic about, you know, emulation and retro games. Sometimes he covers those consoles, the remake consoles that play like your NES games, your SNES games. You plug them into the top, and it's kind of like an old school console. Don't buy those, guys. They're gross. So Katie finally got around to uploading the poster for Neem vs. Sherwin in the 3S section, huh? Let me go check it out. Like, you know, the analog NT. The Retron 5, all these consoles that come out. There's new ones coming around the bend now for playing your old school games on. They're gross. They're disgusting to me. Wow, that is so sick. That is so sick. 5-star promotions and Don's Arcade presents Sherwin versus Neiman. That's sick. I love graphic designers. Shout out to my friend Onagai, Mutant XP. That shit always blows me away. Yeah, the Pac-Man plug and play. Like, the Pac-Man the plug and play consoles, they're different because they suit a certain niche that they are not coy about, which is children. Okay? Children, it's whatever. Those don't bother me as much. But again, these clone consoles that are, you know, either meant to let you play your old cartridges on, like the Retron 5 or, you know, the analog consoles, or these like the NES Classic, the Genesis Classic, the mini consoles, these sorts of things. They're so expensive. And not only are they expensive, but you are literally getting an inferior emulation experience than if you just got a Raspberry Pi at worst, or at best, learned how to use an emulator and got it set up yourself. Anyway, I'm sorry guys, I'm going on a rant here. We need to go, so this fish is not even here. Brian pointed out last time, this fish I'm looking for, he's only here 1 out of 4 times. All games included, huh? Yo, did you make that fucking promo poster, Katie? For Nero versus Big Mark. Nero versus... Wow, that sounds like an awesome set. Sounds like an awesome set. When was this, though? When was Nero versus Big Mark? So he's by the lily pads going to Brian. So he's not here. Not this time. I have to go and leave and come back. Like 3 more times. I think you're right, Brian, if I had to guess. During season 1 of Jazzy, huh? Nero versus Big Mark. So how did it go? I have to guess that Big Mark won pretty convincingly. I remember staying up super late for that Neem vs. Sherwin match, huh? Good stuff. Stomp, 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 stomp. This game is so fucking good. Almost ashamed to see it end, but not really. Not because I don't love it, but because goddamn we've been playing for a while. Oh, I don't know. Are these all fish down here right now? Maybe they don't show up till you pay. This don't seem right. Seems like there's only a few fish down here. But you have to pay each time to get it to cycle. Oh, okay. So there's really no advantage then to checking before you pay. 1 a.m. Pacific. I put on my blue tunic. So you guys are just joining us here. On a previous stream, we found out that there's a special fish that appears in this pond that appears uncatchable. I thought it was just, you know, graphical, basically. Not even really a fish that you were supposed to catch. But Brian looked it up and told me that you actually can catch it if you know the trick. At first I was salty when Brian told me this, because I hate that kind of obscure mechanics. But in retrospect, thinking about it afterward, I'll bet you that it's actually a bug. It could very well be that Nintendo programmed this fish to only be catchable if you know a certain trick, which is extremely annoying to me. It seems more likely, though, because the fish is special, that maybe they forgot to give it some kind of catchable state when it's in the middle of the pond. That's my stance. Anyway, it's still annoying either way. But if you know the trick, it's pretty easy to catch, I guess, from what I've heard. In this case, I know the trick because Brian told me. It was 5 a.m. on the East Coast, huh? Staying up hella late. I don't think he's here. Okay. Got my stompy boots. Kind of a blow up too, huh? I was pulling for Sherwin. Sherwin Dudry. I love my stompy boots. They're not as cool as the goof boots, but... You can catch it in the middle of the pond with a sinker lure, but it's highly unlikely to take the bait, huh? Seems weird, considering the way the AI for most of the fishes works. He's your favorite U.S. Dudley is Sherwin, huh? My favorite U.S. Dudley, Katie? Is you, bro. Because you're my friend. I have very little understanding of Dudley. I'm really not the guy to ask about Dudleys. Because, ew, why? I suck. Because you're my friend. And I really don't give a shit about Dudley. So that's a good enough criteria for me. Same reason why I'm not that well up on Japanese players. A lot of my friends are understandably extremely up on Japanese players. They know what's up. Obviously, you have to, right? You have to be a fan to know the tech, to know how to play this game. You gotta watch Japanese players. But in my case, I mostly play 3S for the social aspect. So all my favorite players are usually guys that I know. They're guys that I've met. If I haven't met them, then I really could hardly care about how strong they are or aren't. Dix, what's wrong with sucking? Nothing, Dix. Nothing at all. One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in 3DS in person. I was at Arcade UFO when Sherwin and Yuki came through during the winter. This is before Jazzy was a thing. Then he ruins it by saying he doesn't give a shit about Dudley, yeah. Yeah, I don't give a shit about Dudley. I don't know how to watch Dudley. The only American players that I like, my favorite American so-and-so is Alex. I fucking love Alex. I have my favorite Alexes. But even then, I don't have a favorite Japanese Alex. I'm not really into... All the guys that I know that I love that play Alex are all guys that I've met. That's the way it is for any character for me. The stronger of a player I get, the less favorite players I have. 6 years ago, I had tons of favorites, but nowadays I don't really have any. Sherwin plays Tommy, and to that point, I really didn't understand how the hell Dudley was supposed to do anything versus Chun, huh? I watched 4 straight rounds of Sherwin bully Tommy's Chun into the corner. I wish I could see that. So I gotta buy one more, I think. It was glorious to watch because I had never seen anything like that before. Huh? So I'm getting bullied by Dudley into the corner. I have a favorite KOF player. I like to watch Genki and Hayao and YSB, but no Street Fighter players I could call a favorite, huh? I think it is, Brian. That's where when I was watching him, I'm assuming he's over there, Brian, because when I played last time, that's where he seemed to hang out the most. Like, he's always on this side. He never went over there, for instance. I'm pretty sure there will be a loop pad way over there on the far left, but he never seemed to go over there. He's always hanging out over here. Well, I mean, there's no loop pad over there. Right? I think. Yeah. Gotta start checking both, I guess. You know it's coming, he knows it's coming, his opponent knows it's coming. And no one can stop him, huh? It's so good, Dudley. We both did our SA3 with Dudley, and mine won for some reason, huh? This is one on the left. Okay, I'm surprised by that. Again, I really thought it was the other side because usually he hangs out the other side. I'm gonna keep checking both sides, just to be sure. So, if I'm on the wrong rotation now, I think I am, I would need to do it like 3 more times, right? Pay 3 more times to find him. He spawns on the left, but he ends up finding his way to the right. What's up, Josh? We're fishing, bro? I talked about you earlier, Josh. I was ranting about digital eclipse, and I harassed you on Facebook recently about that. Oh, come on, I want to talk to you, bro. They're both point blank. Whoever activates second will usually win, yes. Whoever goes first loses. That's true of any super. Alright, let's just be more thorough in general. So I've been looking over there on the right and I missed him. This is the wrong cycle anyway, I believe. This is not where he's going to be if he spawns every 4th time. He's not over there, but he's not supposed to be over there according to Brian. He's over there, supposedly. Could depend on if they did Light Punch or other did Fierce Punch super depending on range, yeah. Yeah, range is a factor, but for somebody like J-Bomb who doesn't understand iframes, it's important that he understands that if you do something first, that means you lose, not that you win. You want to do something as late as possible. I'm looking for a special fish, Roadkill. Josh. The Alabama Hammer. Looking for a super fish. Super fish, super fish, a super fish, eh? Whee. So this one's not gonna have any fish either, but I believe... I think even the next one won't have any fish, but the one after that should have it. That's what I'm saying, Katie. That super fish, eh? That real big fish. Actually, it's not even a real big fish. It's kind of a small fish, Josh. But it's unique. And apparently if you catch it, you get special dialogue. So as our last stream of this game, as our last stream, Josh, I want to catch this fish and get the dialogue for it. That's a part of our quote-unquote 100%. Because it's fun. Kind of funny how you can catch this fish apparently, but Navi doesn't want to react to it at all. Yeah, Room Majoras, dude. That'll be starting next week on Monday. We getting a shirt again, Vencabot? And what would it take for VenCon to be a thing? I was thinking about that last night, Revenge. About, you know, we kind of joked about it. What would a VenCon be like? What it would take would be a lot of time on my part, a lot of time and money. You can Z-target as long as you don't scare it, I see. After the shirt, yes, at some point. Once I get the time, basically. I'm trying to think about how I would pay the designer of the shirt. Legally speaking, I guess you could argue that I wouldn't have to. Because I talked to him before and I made it clear I was paying him up front and that I would own the rights to, you know, resell the shirt, basically, as much as I want. But I was a smaller channel back then. And to resell it now, I'd feel kind of like I've taken advantage if I didn't at least consider finding some way to pay him. Maybe even a lot. Maybe even like more than half. Because it really is his design and it's something I think is quite beautiful. Come through and get games. Jazzy finale. I scared all the fish somehow, so they all glitched out. Look at that. The entire pond is pissed off. That's the fish right there, right? That's really crazy looking. What the fuck happened? Oh, listen, to pay with that dick. Yeah, Jelly finale's postponed. Here's that fish, right? No, it's a regular fish. Those fish are really pissed off. There's a lot of credit, so I haven't really decided how I would go about selling my shirt again. I would want to offer some kind of incentive to the designer of that, you know, the design. At the same time, there's this barrier because there's some awkwardness there. Is that him over there? That is him over there, but I scared him now. But he comes back after a while, right? Yeah, it's all this COVID-19 stuff, Mac. We're trying to figure out what would be the best time to do it again. It's pretty tricky. After 15 minutes? What? So I gotta pay how many more times? 4 times? There's been a huge uptick in my income in my household, so events looking much more likely. Let's go, fucking Mac. Happy to hear that. So I gotta do how many more times? Leave and come back? Get these boots off. I have to leave and come back 3 times, right? It's only every 4 times he shows up. So I gotta pay 4 times then. On the 4th time, he'll be here. He's there every 4 times. So there's 3 in between. Yeah. I hope you're right. Vibration. I want to quit. Do. I paid once. Okay. Yep. If he's not there on the 4th time, I'm just gonna quit and go fight Ganon. I mentioned before it seemed like it could be very tedious, and it's getting to that spot already. Like, if I have to do this and then I accidentally scare him away again, I gotta do it another 3 times to make him respawn. This is just not gonna be me tonight. Thank you for the host revolution. That's the 3rd time. If I pay 1 more time, then he's gonna be there. It's more of a hangout thing. I could swing with the family that way when we're out of the pandemic. Easy to find stuff to do with the family when I'm not chilling with everybody. I was thinking if I were to ever do like a Vencacon, that'd be like, it couldn't be at a venue per se. It would need to be like on a bus. How sick would that be? We would go do stuff. You know what we would do? We go to the Meyer Gardens. That's what I was thinking. I want to show you guys the Meyer Gardens. Okay, so I don't really know if he's over there, but it doesn't really matter. Because I'll be able to see him better if I do this. Creep into the water slowly. It seems like it's glitched though. Because I just... when I walked into the water like last time, the entire pond blew up. Also, it's very hard to see. Everything looks the same underwater. If this sinks into the water... No, it's not. It's just laying on the surface. Oh, because this is not the sinker. Oh. Okay, there's another layer to this. Forgot about that. Oops. Doing a good enough job being a creep outside of the water, huh? A creep in the water. Oh, okay, okay. If you run near the outside, you think he'd get scared, right? You can't just, even if you're not in the water, he'd freak out. That's why you target him from slowly under the water. Let's try Brian's tactic of going into the water very slowly and see if I can see him from far away. I need the iron boost. This is really annoying. Okay, I can go first person, yeah. I don't see him over there, but it doesn't mean he's not there because they spawn based on proximity. I have to be closer to even see him. Hang on, how close should I get before I give up? I don't want to get so close I scare him. Also, there's this fucking big log in the way. This seems like the kind of thing that'd be a lot more fun, again, like off-stream if you were really bored and really wanted that 100%. I kind of have my hesitation committing to this tonight. It seems really annoying. I don't... Oh, there he... I think I see him. I do see him. I'm pretty sure I see him. Okay. So I don't need the sinker, but again, without the sinker, it's going to be very hard to see him, like... I can't Z-target him. I'm not even sure how close I can be before he gets scared. Brian says I can Z-target him. But I gotta be close to do that. Okay. So if he gets scared, it kills the run. I really have my doubts that I'm gonna be able to do this without, without the sinker. So I can't see him. The sinker allows me to see him better. But the sinker is in a random spot each time, which kind of makes it really frustrating when he's, you know, spawns and despawns and gets scared if you're too close and all this other nonsense. Are you down there, little bud? This is him, I think. That's him there. But again, it's kind of hard to see him. Okay. Well, at least we know around where he's at now. Yeah, a sinker would be great. This is not him, I don't think. Again, I can't see, so... Something fishy. Look, hook, line, and sinker. You know those types? Yeah. Yeah, I think Dix is probably taking care of some very important business. Like playing his favorite game. Over in a year, says our resolution. I hope so. I hope so. If I had to guess, I'd say it probably will be by that point. I'm hoping for sooner than that. But there's no telling. Yeah, I want him to bite it, but I also can't see who does bite it. And if I were to hook a fish that is not him, he gets scared away. So I'm gonna need the sinker so I can see who's biting it. Because I can't see shit through these fucking lily pads. If the wrong guy bites, then that's a bad look. I think he's chasing it a little bit. Sure he is. I think he gave up. There should be 2 fish there, and you got rid of them both, I believe. No, there's definitely one other one there. There's at least 2 fish. There's 1 fish left here, aside from the one I want. This is how you beat Ganon, huh? Just fucking fishing for a stupid fish. That's the one that I want. Gotta really fucking peer, dude. You gotta peer and you gotta stare. Because it's just a water surface texture and a bunch of fucking lily pads. Oh, there he is. He's underneath me right now. Come and get it, bruh. Come here, bruh. He's quite uninterested in this. Come in, bruh. Grab it up. Grab it up. Where did he go? I don't know. He's down. He's way down there. He's not interested anymore, it looks like. Yeah, he's not locked on anymore. I'm gonna go check over by the rocks, see if I can get a sinker. Apparently it can spawn in a different variety of places. If it's by the log, I don't want it. This is the wrong fish. Gotta be so careful. I don't even know where he is now. I don't see him. I guess there he is. You can see his bubbles there a little bit. Okay. Let's get the sinker. This is not going to work without a sinker. Again, if it's possible, that's great. I don't have 8 hours to do this. So it was around here somewhere, right? Last time it was. Do. Don't spook nobody. I just want to get a little bit under the water, like Brian pointed out, so I can get a better camera angle. Hoping that gives me a better camera angle. I just really got to be able to see what the hell I'm doing. That one. There you go, bud. Grab a hold of it. He's very fickle, even more than most fish. At least I can see target him now. I guess implies that he's still moving a little bit. He's just lost interest, I think. Come on, bud. Got it. Wrong buttons, though. Come in, dude. Okay. Plus RNG, guys. Plus RNG. You don't got him yet, Brian. Well, he's a tough one. Oh, he's coming, dude. He wants to get caught. Come here, big guy. Slobber it up, Josh. No, come here. So close. He's getting away. No. Come here, you fuck. So close. Oh, got him. Oh, he is big. Wow. Gosh, this strange fish you caught there. On top of that, it weighs 35 pounds. Holy fuck. Turn the rod on his ass, yeah. What a fight, dude. Fucking best set of the night. What do you want to do with it? Keep it. Yeah, keep it. What a fight. What a monster. Let's go see what the dialogue is, and then we'll go and fight again. Thanks, Art Evolution. Thanks to Brian as well. Without Brian, we could literally never caught that. That's a really annoying set of circumstances you have to complete to catch that fish. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be possible without some kind of guide. Shout out to Nintendo. Okay, I want to weigh my fish. Well, well. Wow, what a rare fish. This is a Hyrule Loach. For this fish, size doesn't matter. I'll give you this prize. What is it? Hey, 50 rupees. Wow, great. So there's one other simple Easter egg if you're interested. What is it? If it's here? Doesn't have any bullshit or fish catching. Recently, the number of these fish has decreased tremendously, so I'm going to release this one. What? Dude, I want that fish. I caught that fish. Let me eat that fish. Oh, I do remember it from my childhood. I remember that, yeah. Look at his hat. Let's do it. Such a cheap ass, I'm saying, dude, but hey, it's whatever. That's gonna be kind of hard. He'll get pissed and ask you to give it to him back, huh? I don't know. You sure about that? If you throw it in the pond, it's gone for good and he gets really pissed off, huh? Interesting. There it is. What? What are you doing to me? That's a pretty nice little Easter egg there. Every time you come back, he's without it, huh? That's fun. I wish I could wear it. He didn't ask me to give it back. Hey, what are you doing? I told you not to do that. You're terrible, seriously. Give me back my hat. Okay. No way. Okay. You're a kind-hearted kid, but don't tell anyone about this. Seriously. That's great. Okay, I'm gonna let him keep his hat. I want to hear his dialogue when he's angry. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. So right now it is 1:48, guys. Let's go beat Ganon. He's kind of an asshole. There's nothing else I want to do, right? I should probably try to molest a butterfly as adult Link. Just to see if it's any different. Boom, be lily boop, beep boop, be lily deep, deep deep, lily deep. Goof boots. No butterflies around here? Well, there would be some in Kakariko Forest. That's doo-dee-doo, doo-dee-doo. In that line of thinking, oh, we might as well save the world now. Yeah, I guess we might as well save the world now. Nothing left to do now but save the world. Guys, tonight, Gamesomnia. When the stream ends, I'm probably gonna have a bag of popcorn and come right back online. If you guys are need to sleep, I totally understand. But I really want to do these EX challenge maps in Magia Record. I think I'm gonna do them on stream. Excuse me, dude. Excuse me, sir. Why you do that, dude? What the fuck? Goof boots are so amazing. I almost hit Makoto with my car. That would have completely destroyed her. My poor car would never recover, huh? Makoto's pretty scary. I'm running the night, Revenge. I'm running the night, dude. So I need a little bit of food, I guess, before I do that. But in general, it's going to be a long stream. Have you heard about Dark Souls 3 mod Cinders? I've been playing, it's pretty sick. I actually heard about that kind of recently. I don't know anything about it, and I don't know it like in depth, but I hear it's a pretty good mod. Oh, I can't use the stick as a belt. Makes life simple. I'm not really about mods. I just feel like there's so little time in the world, I'd rather play games vanilla. Just experience them the way the developers intended. The only mods I like are the ones that bring the games closer to the developer's intention. Timber says, give me my Pringles. Please. Pringles, please. Can you goof boots your way through the Ganon fight, do you think? Probably not. We're gonna try, though. God damn, we're gonna try. Excuse me, then. What the fuck? Come back. Come on, man. Where you going? Leave Ganon alone. He's a nice man. You would think that, asshole. You're a re-dead. He pays you. Yeah, he's my boss, but also a very nice man. Guys, let me be frank with you guys. I don't want to get too, like, you know, too earnest, too sincere. I don't want to make the stream awkward. Let me be real for 1 second. That bridge right here pisses me off. That's how I really feel in my heart. Fuck this fucking bridge. What the fuck? The Redeads, dude. This is their game they debuted in, I believe. That's fucking maddening. Why would that be there? Exactly, Brian. You need Butterfly's help. I have to look that up afterward. See if other fans are as salty about it as I am, or if there's some kind of trick to it. Maybe there's some kind of way to get to that bridge. Maybe it opens up, you know, as you escape the tower. I could be wrong, but I feel like this game is one of those games that was like has like a, you know, Ridley style set, distract, affitated sequence at the end where you have to save the day and you gotta run like hell. Maybe that's where we take that bridge. Goof boots. So inefficient, but so godlike. Hardest fight's pretty easy with a big Goron sword. Pretty sure when I was a kid I used Big Goron sword and kind of cheesed it out. I think I'd rather use the actual Master Sword though. Just to get into the vibe. Alright guys, here we go. Hopefully Zill's not dead yet. We took our sweet time getting here. Where you at, BB? Oh, there's more. I gotta climb. Oh, there's a door there? What the hell is this? I'm kind of freaked out. I thought it was gonna be the boss. This is the room to restock, I'll bet you. No, pre-boss room restocking. It's the first time the game's had something like that. Shout out to fucking video games. We got video games. The tension's building. Should I use? I probably use Nehru's Love, huh? It's a thing that I have access to. I haven't really used yet. Oh, I'm gonna need magic though for my light arrows. Those turkey legs, bro. The pre-boss turkey leg. Alright, here we go. The Ganon climb. Ganon climb, Ganon climb. I don't know, it's not much of a Ganon climb up here. Is there just one certain spot I can go through, or nah? Can I go around the outside like Trailer Park Girl? No, I cannot. Ow. Well, let's have a peek around here then. Is there a door that I just walk right past like a doofus? There's a door right there. Is that where I came in from? Pretty sure it is. No, okay, so there's more than one door. How do you guys know what Redid put in their burritos? Refried beans. Dude, I fucking love refried beans. Creepy stained glass, guys. Oh my god. I bet you we're gonna beat the boss and then die during the sector distractated part, where I'm gonna get fucked by the goof boots trying to escape. But such is life. Such is the curse of the goof boots. What's good, you fuck? Where's Zelda? Where's the girl? There she is. This man playing the fucking organ? Are you serious right now? This guy think he's the goddamn Phantom of the Opera. Uh-oh. Shouldn't have come here, dude. We're all in one room now. I got fully healed anyway. The Triforce parts are resonating. They are combining into one again. The two Triforce parts that I could not capture on that day 7 years ago. I didn't expect they would be hidden within you two. And now, finally, all the Triforce parts have gathered here. Really cool effect. These toys are too much for you. I command you to return them to me. Oh, shit! Borte, I can't help you. Because of the waves of darkness, I can't get close. I'm sorry, Borte. So I can't lock on. And how do you know there's no lock on? Gotta be a little bit quicker. Got a long start with my sword swing. Very active. I need my light arrows, I'm pretty sure. What, dude? Trying to act a bitch? Very early. Very early. Very early. Hold that shit! Okay, 2 hits and get the fuck out. Early. 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 Run away! Oh, he's fucking turning dark, looks like. Oh, okay, different timings now. Fucking third strike, dude. Ouch. Fucking Denjin bullshit. Ugh. Oh, come on. In his face! Fuck him up! I'm sorry, Katie. Oh no! Swing and a miss. Wish I could see myself. Ooh, the timings! Son of a bitch. What's up, Ocarina? A little bit late. Okay, that's about right. Ooh. The timing mix-ups. Cut it out, bruh. Fuck, what a whiff. Couldn't use it again after you whiff it. Fuck him up. This is pretty repetitive. Oh, here we go. This is different. Should I try and reflect it? Okay. What do we want to do? Do we want to do a big one or do we want to do a small one? Hook him up! I have a blue flame, Brian? Oh no, I thought I had one. Wow, we do have blue flame, thank God. Okay. The timing mix-ups. Got pretty late. Pretty late again. Cutting it close, but I'm kind of nervous to do it early. Line it up. But if I didn't have my fucking defense power up, I would have already died once. For ultimate baller pimpitude, huh? The bottle Megaton hammer. The great evil King Ganondorf, beaten by this kid. Morte. Oh, Dragon Ball Z shit. Get the new moves, Ganondorf. I've seen him. Hope he's not a big pig. That'd freak me the fuck out if he's a big pig. Thank God, he's a regular ass guy. I'll just say. Go cut his head off! Cut his head off! That's ours, #1 Ganondorf, huh? It's birthday, bitch! It's birthday, bitch. I'm saying, Katie. Easy game. So the only thing that beat me, Katie, is a big pig. I have a phobia of big pigs. I say you're no regular ass dude. Ganondorf, pitiful man. Without a strong, righteous mind, he could not control the power of the gods, and... Oh shit! I was talking that sweet shit, Blink! Why didn't you stop me? Oh no! Borte, listen to me. This tower will collapse soon. Sec distress affitated. He's trying to crush us in the ruins of the tower. We need to hurry and escape. Please follow me. Let's go. For those moves. Go, Zelda, hurry up! I'm right behind you! Stop turning around! I remember this. This looked a little bit different before. Come on, we just jump! Got my hearts back. That was convenient. Zelda! Where's the damn door? That's where this came from, right? Oh, Zelda! What do we do? Hurry up, girl! I got the goof boots on. You can't keep up with me in my goof boots? She's wearing high heels, dude. Cook the chicken, borte, borte. Hurry up! Oh my god, guys. 2 minutes left. Open it up, girl. I swear to God, Zelda. Move your ass. Move your ass. I feel like I gotta fight somebody. No! What a whiff. Navi, I fucking hate you so much. Goof boots. Okay, that worked. What? Navi, goddamn you! Thank you, Borte. Now let's hurry. Yes, let's hurry. Thanks, girl. Let's go. If you only had 2 minutes to live, you probably would too, huh? Play some piles of poo strategically? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Katie. Open it up, girl. I'm about to fucking get ahead of you. Who's following who here? Got a minute left. Hurry up, Zelda. Just beeline it, girl. What are you trying to get fancy for? Trying to fucking shake that tail feather in my face, Katie. Trying to get me interested. Is she scared that I'm ahead of her or what? She's taking damage. She only does that when I'm ahead of her, though. Hey, look at this. This is the way out. Open the damn door! Goof boots, please. Zelda, please. Zelda, I'm begging you, girl. No! It's not the goof boots, it's because I didn't kill those fucking skull guys fast enough. Oh my... I should have used more of the jumping A button instead of just trying to swing at him normally. Come on, Zelda! She's like, are you alright, dude? Are you still back there? I'm back here, girl! That social distance is our revolution. Hurry up! I don't think I hit when she's trying to go through the door. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to her. I said I get close to her when she's about the door. Gotta be faster than that, Katie. You're right, dude. She got scared when I fell on her. I like fell on her head. She freaked out. Okay, so we gotta play the fucking ground game here. God damn you, Navi. I don't have my sword out. Oh no. I'm dead. Ugh. So I actually can't use the A button attack unless you're gonna not wear goof boots. You have to choose. If you hit out of the air, you take big damage. Wow. Rest in peace. Come on! What are you locked onto, man? I hate Z-targeting. Yeah, if I'm in the air when they're hitting me, it's a pretty bad look. Okay, if I had the non-goof boots, I could space it out better. Okay, let's try another run. Some great matches about it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take my goof boots off to survive this, unfortunately. Oh, let's restart the time. I'm sorry, Jim. It looks like my internet is just too temperamental tonight, right? Begone makes those dudes way easier. Yeah, it really does too. But let's just not fuck with it anymore. Let's just play the way we're supposed to do it. Goof boots are fun and everything, but not with a timer. You totally are getting much stronger. Literally had me on defense all night, huh? Let's peek around here. So there's where I came from. There's the pillar. I wish I could jump down there. That's funny. It pushed me off. So that's that damage boost again. If you get hit and it pushes you off a ledge at velocity, you do a jump. That's really weird. Okay, this would be a lot easier without the goof boost. Hurry up, Zelda! Focus straight degeneracy. Ah, I love it. Yeah, the air movement is pretty rough. If you're a beginner. Place is falling down. Just shove her, dude. Just push her. How'd you get across here? Does she jump? Does she float? Okay. If you hit her, she's like, oh my god! So you can open up gates? That's a sick power. AI companions, dude. Code Vein ripoff. Nothing new under the sun. Okay. That move's too strong. Fuck it. Okay. Doing okay so far. Could be better, honestly. Wow, what are you swinging at me for? Bro! Use your AI, man! AI, please! Okay, I was gonna read that. Yeah. So we are like, what, like 20 seconds ahead? You're not that far ahead. It strikes me that having the goof boots off doesn't really help that much, because you still gotta wait for her. Like, it only helped against that fight there. Even if I'd gone big Gorons, I probably still could have done it. What's up, baby? Just in time, dude. Zelda, hurry up. Got a zigzag. We got a fucking good time here, dude. I can't use my Ocarina for some reason. I want to freeze that re-dead. I gotta swing on this guy fast. Ugh. How you freeze me twice, bro? Open it up! Go, girl! There we go. Good eye, Connor. Zelda was Iron Sheik all along, huh? I think I know that reference. Wow, close call, guys. Set. Distressed. Affitated. Jeez, look at the physics engine, dicks. Looks like it's really falling apart. Thank God the long dark night is over. Hope you guys enjoyed Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. What an awesome game, really holds up. It's a shame that it lacked the one thing that could have made it a real challenge to me, which is a giant pig. But you can't do everything in a game, guys. I was giving it probably 9 out of 10. Again, nothing is perfect under God. But we can always hope maybe the next game. Look at this shit. It's all 9 out of 5. Can we kiss now, Zelda? That's all that's left, huh? Crazy. Looks like Lego crap, huh? It's over. It's finally over. Feels good. Porte, I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the battle before. Oh, that's Navi. It's alright, girl. Wait, what? Zelda, what the fuck? What's that sound? Don't worry, baby. I got this. Hello? No, Zelda! Help! You son of a bitch! Bro, I should have cut your fucking head off in the first place, dude. Whoa! You got a hellish knife, dude. No. Could it be? It's a giant pig! Oh shit, I remember how to do this fight. I'm about to get wrecked. My sword! Got a great shield though. There's no way he's gonna hold me back again. This time we fight together. Let's go, Link, baby. My one phobia, KD. Where's my sword, Zelda? Chuck it to me. Ow. Zelda, please. That's cool. What's good? Uh-huh. What? Give me a sword! Ow! Oh, his tail, but I can't hit it. Well, I could have hit it with a hammer. Maybe I should. Or Begone sword, but that's not as fun as a hammer. Ow. He's slashing through shit. I hate the targeting so much. Hey, not target the thing down there. Lock onto him, Navi. Like, who else would you lock onto? Need magic. Maybe I got this blue potions. I assume I'm hitting him. Is I'm supposed to do, or is this like a optional way to beat him, or what? I remember as a kid using my I should hit him with a light arrow in the tail. I remember using the I need more magic now. Using a hammer to beat him, but like Katie points out, that's kind of like a strat. But I mean, I can't really hurt him any other way right now. I'm out of magic now for my light arrows. Can I still use light arrows? Or can I still use regular arrows? Doesn't hurt him. I need to get around behind him. Just with the foozies. Navi, I swear to God. Forte, the Master Sword is here! Hurry up! Hurry up! So I'm thinking of Wind Waker, where she throws it to you. Oh shit. No, please. Navi, please. Lock onto the guy. Lock onto the one guy that's not me in this arena. Thank you. Sometimes I gotta take a different strategy now. I gotta try and let him whiff, and I gotta choose my time to get in. Or with my magic, I hit him with an arrow, but that's less fun. So he goes wide, then he goes wide, then vertical. Maybe I can't anymore. You must survive, make your time. I gotta get in close. I can't get in that close, man. Hook shot. Deku Nut might work. That thing kind of does work. Give me his tail with Deku Nut. Didn't want to do that. Okay, I wish I wouldn't do that. No, lock onto his... I hate the targeting so much. It's locking onto his face right now. But when I get behind him, it locks onto his tail. Which it wouldn't do before I want to do that. Now I don't want to do that, it's just doing every single time. Okay. So I can kind of stun him a little bit with anything that's not my sword. Bomb. No. So, yeah, and now it's auto-locked onto his tail, before it wouldn't. Can I block his sword? I can't find him at the right spacing. Pretty cool Ganon fight. I can hit him. No, where's my fucking... Stuff hit him in his tail. Heal myself pretty quick here. Okay, I gotta heal now. If I want to live. So I can just use light arrows, probably. Fuck them up. But let's not, though. This is more fun. I have plenty of blue potion. Oh, fuck. Navi, please. Where am I in relation to him? Okay. Space it out. I gotta let go of my lock on so that I can, like, circle him correctly. Yes. Okay. Wow, Navi, that was a sick lock on, girl. Credit where credit's due. Ow. What am I locking onto? Nothing, I guess. Oh, that's the problem with letting my lock go. I have to relock on again, which in this game is not a great look. Oh, fuck, I thought I had him there. Let's heal again. I have the blue flame at least. Daddy, please! Lock onto him! Gotta make some distance so you can lock on. Oh, got lucky. Okay, give him some space here. Hit him hard. Whoa, let's go, girl. I'm using my power to hold the evil king. Use your sword and deliver the final blow. We got this. No, Zelda, keep holding him. All right, here we go, guys. Here we fucking go. Let's finish the job. Okay, hang on. Hold this shit, Prince of Evil. Oh my god! Softened him up, Brian. Six stages now. Make him squeal, Dix. He's gonna need some ointment back. God damn it, Dix. Ancient creatures of Hyrule. Now, open the sealed door and send the evil incarnation of Darks into the void of the evil realm. Thank you, Katie. Dude, I hate Navi so much. This game is aged so well, guys. But let no one tell you that it's aged perfectly well. And certainly let nobody tell you that Z-targeting is great. Because Z-targeting is fucking ass. If this game had better targeting, it'd be perfect. But it's so bad. It's a very simple idea, and they executed very, very poorly. Especially now that I know that Mega Man Legends actually came out first, where the targeting actually works. You. Curse you. Zelda. Curse you. Sages. That's nothing for birthday? Curse you. Birthday! Someday when the seal is broken, that is when I will exterminate your descendants. Yeah, you're too late to kill me though, dude. Too late to kill me though. You can kill my descendants, I don't care. I don't know those guys. They're probably great, but I don't know. You hast mich. As long as the Triforce of power is in my hand. Why don't I get the Triforce back? What the fuck? I don't understand. Give me the Triforce. I earned it. Like, what the fuck? He can take mine, but I can't take his? I want to fucking control the universe. Thank you, birthday. I remember her nose being big, but her nose actually pales compared to my nose. Hers is like mine in real life. Thanks to you, Ganondorf has been sealed inside the evil realm. That's a realm now? I haven't heard about that realm before. Let's go, Ocarina. Thus, peace will once again reign in this world, for a time. I remember being kind of salty as a kid that you can't explore the open world as an adult once peace is returned. Since I'm godlike of Ocarina, it just doesn't work mechanically. You could probably work around it, like in that last fight with Ganondorf. You have to face your opponent. It's not that it doesn't work. It works as designed. But the way they designed it was asinine. You have to use the Z button, because there's no right stick, of course. You tap Z to face your opponent, which is based on Link's facing. So first of all, you have to Stop which way you're moving, and turn to face your opponent. Tap Z to move it behind Link. Give Navi some time to navigate over to him. Then tap and hold Z, in my case, to actually lock on. So if there's an enemy that's, like, behind you and you're running, or even to your side, you can't, like, face them. You have to face them, and then tap Z, and then wait, and then hold Z. Why the hell are we in the clouds now? Well, we're in the Sacred Realm or whatever. All the tragedy that's befallen Hyrule was my doing. I was so young, I could not comprehend the consequences of trying to control the Sacred Realm. Alright, who knows the lore for this? What is she fucking talking about? That doesn't seem making sense to me. This is the fabled Sky Temple, says Brian. Zelda looking mad OnlyFans e-girl right now, huh? With all that eye makeup on. I dragged you into it too. Because who cares? Her head looks hella lumpy. She's got a little bit of a lumpy head going on. That's alright, I don't mind a little bit of lumpy head, girl. I'll take any kind of head. Now it's time for me to make up for my mistakes. You must lay the Master Sword to rest and close the door. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what she means. Because she gave me the power to open the door without realizing that would let Ganondorf in. I'm into lumpy heads, says Katie. She was trying to stop Ganondorf as a kid, but ended up making it worse. Yeah, exactly. I didn't really get that, Josh. But yeah, she's talking about how, if not for her, the door of time couldn't have been opened in the first place, I guess. This is all her fault? Way to go, Lumpy. However, by doing this, the road between times will be closed. Okay, it's not that bad. Little finger sniff there. Birthday, give the ocarina to me. As a sage, I can return you to your original time with it. I'm gonna put the sword back in the sheath that always does that. Even though I have the ocarina. The Legend of Lumpy. It's her fault the whole time. When peace returns to Hyrule, it'll be time for us to say goodbye. As adults, but you'll still be around as a kid, right? We can hang out and, play video games. Dry hump. Now go home, Birthday. Regain your lost time. Home, where you are supposed to be, the way you are supposed to be. Yeah, but I'm not allowed back in Kokiri Forest. I'm not even a fucking Kokiri. Was that mad joke? Song of Time, dude. No, I'm sorry, this is Zelda's Lullaby, not Song of Time. Toot toot. Time after time. That'd be sick, dude. Such a fucking mod the game is to have that one difference. Thank you, Birthday. Goodbye. Goodbye. So she's gonna put her mouth on the ocarina, huh? Like Link hasn't been sucking it down and keeping it in his sweaty ass kilt for years? Dude. They don't give a fuck. It's medieval times. That's probably as good as it gets. This game rocked, guys. What an adventure. What an adventure. Ah, yes, the world of paradoxes. Beating Ganon in the future has saved the past. This game really holds up extremely well. Again, I bitched about the Z-targeting there, and I do hate Z-targeting. But, for the vast majority of the time, it's not an issue. This game doesn't really have as many Z-targeting-centric battles as I remember it having. There's only a few times in the game where you're like getting circled by a Stalfos, or circled by a lizard, circled by a big pig. She wanted to blow into something of Link's. If it couldn't be his sword, why not his ocarina? Or they choose a pig for Ganon's other form anyways. Keeps like racism. I think it's evil. It's a tradition, Dix. I know you haven't been watching a lot of the Zelda streams, but he's been a pig in every game he's been in. So as for the first time they chose it, probably was, it's an evil animal. You plan playing Skyward Sword? No, Karina. No, we're playing Majora's Mask next, then we're done. On Monday, guys, we're starting Majora's Mask. We've played on the stream now in this time slot. Zelda 1 on NES, Zelda 2 on NES, Link to the Past on SNES, and Link's Awakening on Game Boy. And now we've finished, Ocarina of Time. Next up, chronologically, is Majora's Mask. After that, we're done with our Zelda Retro Series playthrough. Makes sense. I thought it was because he's the only male Gerudo, so a poor scene of interest. Wow, Dix. Guess that's supposed to be Zelda's voice. So Ganon looks like Goki in Skyward Sword in a nutshell, huh? That's awesome. What's up, Darian? Pretty good, dude. He's beat this game. Looking forward to playing some Majora's Mask on Monday. Hope everybody find light as well, Darian. Once Majora's is finished, I'm sure you'll come to the logical conclusion that 2 is the best, huh? 2 has its own things going on, that's for sure. Later's out, dude. Josh, 2 is unironically Brian's favorite Zelda. He loves that game. Dawn of Gamelon is better than 2, says KD. Fucking CDI. So there's Epona, or Epona, or Epana, or Epone. I love how this game has real-time, time passing. But Centro 3 doesn't. What the hell's going on down here? Let's fucking go. Party fucking hard. Those guys are drunk. The remix? They're holding him by his horn, he's spinning. They're all chilling with the magic carpet guy. Who here do we not know? Let's see if we can find some character models that we don't see anywhere else. Best Girl, Milan, Malin. Hey, they got Medi Goron there. But where's Big Goron? There he is. That's Mito, looks like. Both the kings of their respective nations. He misses Borte and Saria. Saria's not gone yet, though, right? So what's causing all the sparkling? Oh, it looks like spirits of the goddesses or whatever? No, just some random glowing stuff. Pop-up girls, maybe? Get it, Katie. Hey, look at that fucking texture still gone. Even from this angle, that's funny. Is it aliens, Katie? Or is it Atlians? Oh, they're the sages, okay. So you guys back alive again, or what? That's weird, they travel through time, because look at Naboru's an adult. She would be a child, you would think. No. She's that's her age when in the his past. But yeah, look at Rudo. She's an adult. She's supposed to be a kid right now. That's weird. That raises some questions. That's what I'm saying, Katie. Atlians. Interesting effect here, says Brian. If you had never gave the bunny ears to the running man, he moves slowly here. That's fun. One of the fishermen would have had lost his hat. Probably, Brian. See how Zelda got rid of all our competition? Oh my god, Katie. We're not Milan, though. She's best girl. This is really emotional for me as a kid. I think it was for a lot of people. You know, the return to innocence. Shout out to Pure Moods. Milan's a non-threat. She's a horse girl, says Katie. Pretty emotional for Dix as well. This game is finally over. What's up, Fight J Fight? Why the sad face, dude? It's like, sup, man. Good shit, Nintendo. What an amazing game. Even more amazing for its time, but still amazing to this very day. Says, man, fuck DBZ. That's a sentiment I've been hearing a lot lately, Jay. Sound of the voice says, good job. You did good, Thanos. We'll never see Ganon again. Honestly, he's not in Majora's Mask, so who knows? Maybe not. Got off a really salty session of net play, huh? Yeah, I've heard that DBZ is kind of whack. What's up, girl? She's like, can I help you, fairy boy? Good shit. Link's like, give me my fucking Ocarina back. She's like, it's mine. You play DBZ, Mac? I didn't know that about you. I know you love Dragon Ball Fighters. You know Dragon Ball Z. Especially Broly. But I know you played. Like, every time I save the world, time to suck this tiny little dick. She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, I don't know, dude. I spent the last, however many long as an adult fighting monsters and shit. I'm kind of stressed out. Play DBZ? What? He's like, oh, fighters. This fighters is whack. That's what Jay's talking about. It says super is whack. Well, Goku isn't super, huh? Good shit. So I don't have to restart this now. This is the classical soft lock you get in the old days when you beat a game. Apparently Link gets hella butthurt because no one remembers him saving the world in Ocarina of Time, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I guess that makes sense, right? Nobody would know. I don't really know the lore, how this connects to Majora's, for instance. The Super manga's alright. It's fine. Wasn't it an anime first, or was it a manga first? Easter egg there. That's hilarious. I didn't do that just now. It played the song that I played to the Scarecrow. Remember that? Nice touches. You can see the Mario pictures in this angle, yeah. Kind of like a little hint. Although if we were playing SDTV, we could not. Only because we're on HD. You couldn't make those out from this distance on a SDTV. Yeah, my shitty Scarecrow song, yeah. But which timeline, though, huh? Yeah, I really don't know all that stuff about Majora's Mask. Anyway, guys, so, again, if you guys are just joining us here, we have been playing a Retro Series long play for Zelda, going through all the classic games in order, and trying to compare them side by side and saying what makes a game a Zelda game. I argued before on a previous stream that this game is so different that although it has a lot of the trappings of a Zelda game, and a lot of those, gameplay elements that, sort of define Zelda, the experience of playing it, because of the third dimension, is totally different. So I think she sang along just now. That's kind of fun. It's this timeline where he gets sent back after beating Ganon, huh? Yeah, it blows my mind to think that it could be so similar to, let's say, Link to the Past in so many ways, in terms of, the puzzle solving aspect, the treasure finding aspect. But in practice, having that third dimension there, it changes the game so profoundly that it's not really fair to compare them. I would say that, you can see a pretty obvious through line from Zelda 1 to Zelda 3 to, Link's Awakening. But this is where things get really totally off track, right? This is definitely a whole new thing. And I would say this is probably where the contemporary 3D series starts, of course. We all know that in its time, this game was really revolutionary, really blew up. It's considered to be an all-time classic, one of the greatest games ever made. Playing it now, this came out in 98, so this is 20 years later, or more than 20 years later. It really is... What is that instrument? It's not my ocarina, is it? It really does hold up very well. I would argue that it does many things better than modern games do them. That being said, I complained about the Z-tarding. That's really important because of the lack of a right stick on the controller for a N64. Of course, we've seen that same mechanic done much better now in like the Dark Souls franchise. But it really works pretty well for being as early as it was. It looks great. Cool story. Playing that skin flute is revenge. I don't know. Should we just leave it here and see what other kind of sounds it makes? After they talk, she gives him the ocarina back and he goes on a personal adventure. Huh? That's the story of Majora's Mask. The thing what makes a Zelda game is side-scrolling 2D action, experience points, leveling, and learning magic spells from wise men in towns. Huh? And looking under tables to find missing contact lenses. All the tropes we come to expect from a Zelda game.
I highly doubt it. Damn.
So that was Sheik's harp.
I doubt it, dude.
That was fun.
I highly doubt it, dude.
Damn, Caesar.
Is Zelda CDI a Zelda game, says Mac? I haven't played them, dude. For all I know, they could be fucking godlike. Don't trust what you guys hear. Guys, I heard that Skeleton Warriors sucked ass. But that game is fucking sick. That game's actually godlike. Wow. So starting on Monday, guys, we're going to be playing Majora's Mask. I have played Majora's Mask for a few hours. I've not gotten that far into it. I've never actually had the moon collide with the world, for instance, which I hear happens, pretty early on in the game. So it's going to be a blind playthrough. I don't even remember what little I played of it. It's totally out of my memory. I remember I remember being in town and finding my way to some kind of observatory, and there's a guy in there with a cuckoo in a cage. That's as far as I remember getting. I kind of remember a dungeon a little bit, like an early dungeon, like a sewer. But it's going to be a blind playthrough. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, this game is a game that I played a lot as a kid. Yeah, that's the hurdy-gurdy from the windmill guy. This is a game that I experienced many times as a kid, with a strategy guide even, but haven't played it in 20 years, so playing it now has been, I wouldn't say a blind playthrough, but definitely a new experience for me, even though I'd already been experienced it in the past. It was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to Majora's Mask in a whole different way, though. It's a game that I've literally never actually experienced. I've never watched a long play of it. I really have no clue what to expect in that game, except that there's a time limit, and that the world gets destroyed, and that you also need to... it's like a game where you have to memorize a route, which I love in games. I love when games do that, right? Where there's like this time limit aspect, and you can kind of control time in a way where you can find a way around it. You gotta do this in a certain time and find time for that, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. Maybe if you leave it on the screen long enough, it'll eventually play the Skeleton Warriors theme, huh? Dude, we should have... we didn't know how to do it back then. How to play that song, the Ocarina. I think you'll enjoy it once you learn the time mechanics. I bet you I will. I love time mechanics in games in general. Is that the flute from the Skull Kid in the forest? Feels like, but money-making game. It's also another trope of Zelda, right? Money-making game. Okay. It's been a pleasure, guys. Awesome game. Awesome stream. I'm going to move on tonight and get some popcorn in my stomach, I think. A little bit of food in there. It's the second Scarecrow song. The one that allows you to play without note limits. But was that the one that used? No, I mean the instrument. The instrument I heard. Yeah, this is the one that we're hearing the song, the Scarecrow song. They aren't as daunting as they initially seem. The time mechanics, yeah, I'm sure it's fine. I'm not too scared of the time mechanics. I think probably, if I had to guess, I would say that it's a little bit, overrated. Basically, I know that a lot of gamers hate games that have time limits. What I found is that I usually enjoy them much more for having some kind of time limit, especially if they have mechanics in place to control time or alter time or mess with time or redo scenarios, and you got to learn your route through them and map out certain things certain times. It's kind of fun for me. I think it's just when you play it to the Scarecrow and can fuck with a pitch of the notes, yes. Well, no. It is. Yeah, there's two Scarecrows. The one song you play is one that summons a Scarecrow. The other one is the one that has unlimited notes, like Katie points out. And that's the one where you can control the pitch, I think. That's what we're hearing here. But yeah, they're playing different sound effects, like different samples for it. I think the last one was the Skull Kid. Anyway, rest well, guys. I'll see you guys on Sunday. We're doing Pizza and a Movie, guys. Cary Grant triple feature. Me and Kaiju are going to be hosting it. It's going to be a lot of fun. A Pizza Movie triple feature. We're watching a movie called His Girl Friday from 1940. We're watching a film called Penny Serenade from 41. And we're watching a film called Charade from 1963, I think, starring Audrey Hepburn alongside Cary Grant. He's much older than, of course. You'd probably like Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Huh? Maybe I would. He's like, dude, I love Cary Grant. And we loved Alan Wake. I think we actually talked about that before, Katie, about Alan Wake. American Nightmare was such a letdown to me, huh? No! So wait, is there more than one Alan Wake game? Okay, controls are still unresponsive. Let's just restart the console. It's the sequel. Ocarina didn't like it, but American Nightmare does that repeats events thing. I typically like that mechanic.
Sick air
to air.
Oh nice,
my! You're gonna start me if I load my save. Probably where I started the night, right? So I didn't save anywhere. I didn't save at all last night. No, I'm inside Ganon's castle. Good night, dicks. GG's, Ocarina. This game ruled. Good night, Brian. So what was the genre of the first Alan Wake? you guys want to hang out on Sunday, that'd be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. You don't just pizza movie's always great. I'm a god at offense. Or you know, I was naturally born with good defense. May your weekends be fruitful. No, you have to not only play the game a lot, but also be prepared to stop and say, okay, why am I losing? What can I do differently? What I've been doing lately hasn't been working. Third-person survival. What can I change to make Alan wake? And sometimes you have to have a coach, somebody to come by and say, oh, listen, dude, you're not mature enough in the game to really understand where your failures are, but thankfully I'm here to help you out with whatever your problems are. Right? And then they're going to say something like, blah, 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 and you're going to say, I don't understand that. They're going to say, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I don't understand that either. That doesn't make any sense to me, right? I'm a beginner. Your advice doesn't make much sense to me right now. And then you're going to ask it like 100 more times, and then you're going to wonder, you're going to go, oh, that's what he meant. Majora's Mask. I'm going to install a new emulator for this. And not this, I'm not going to install a brand new one, but this one I'm playing on right now apparently got an update recently. It's supposed to address the few remaining graphical bugs this console had. I'm really curious to see if it makes that texture work correctly on Death Mountain. It'd be nice if it did. Do 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 do.